What's up, guys? Welcome back to another skate advice video. These videos, they kind of give you advice and kind of give you like little tips of how to do certain trick. And today's trick, we're doing tail slides, front side tail slide. Let's get into it right now. So, skate advice for tail slides. If you're beginning and you really don't know how to throw your weight just yet, the first two tricks that you're gonna have to learn for this trick, which I think is like an intermediate kind of trick, is
5-0
front sides, lip slides, and I recommend you learning how to do tail stall. So if you can do tail pick on like a curb or on like the obstacle you're trying to skate, then you can pretty much tail slide it, just as long as it's slidable, you know what I mean? You can also learn how to just pick it standing up on your whole, if you're regular, on your whole pop leg, your right leg, and just stand and just put that weight all over there, you know, like this. You can practice doing this, coming out while throwing your hip and your shoulder forward to come out regular. Throw your shoulder back of you and throwing this, your left hip as well, throwing it behind you. You can practice that for learning how to come off. Kind of like this, you can pop out. Another way for you to get the hang of it is staying near the obstacle and learn how to pick on it. Just like right there. If you could pick on it and get comfortable getting out, then you can pretty much tail slide it. If it's slidable, you know, the obstacle you're skating, let's just say it is. So yeah, that's one way and one great advice that I think will get the hang of you doing tail slides, is that pick regular and picking it out to fakie. Other way is actually going straight in front of it and learning how to like tail stall it. All right, so I got this hollow block as maybe a prop for like a curb for you to tail pick on. You could also practice going straight at it and popping to tail stall, and you gradually make your way diagonal from the ledge or curb that you're trying to tail slide on. If you could pick it, that one takes more effort because you're gonna throw your whole shoulder, but it's just like a quarter pipe. If you could pop your whole board and pick it, then that should be, you should be so comfortable enough to do tail slide. But if you're a beginner, you come at it with a more diagonal, not really right close, but just more diagonal, so when you pop, your momentum takes your board and it slides it in and you can pick it. I'll do a few picks, give you kind of like an example of how to pick it straight on. As you pop, you're gonna wind up your shoulders and pop, but this whole torso, this whole leg is the one that's gonna drive the tail into where you're picking. So that's how you get that tail pick for the slide. Wind up, pop, pick on. Tail stall is actually a great practice for tail slide because you don't want to get into the slide yet if you don't have the fundamentals of actually just standing on the tail and, like, you know, gliding. So you could get hurt like that. You can slip out, and it sucks when you slip out, you know, you fall, get hurt. So it's best that you learn how to do the tail stall first before you do the slide. Again, like I said, main tricks is a good ollie, good front side 180, and then also if you want to get the hang of sliding right away, is if you have lip slides. If you already have lip slides, you kind of understand where your body motion is going over, but you're kind of like, the motion of your body moving would help you along with tail slide. All right, so my foot position for this tail slide It's kind of like front side. I like to keep my foot, my back foot, my popping foot, a little inside the middle. Not really in that pocket, but right here in the inside. So as I pop it and I swing that front side, it kind of drives it forward as I pop. So it's kind of like scooping and pops it into that position. And then my front foot, compared to my front side 180, which is kind of like this, I kind of square it out more, just so the heel gets more board feel and the front toes get to grab it more and kind of bring it onto the obstacle. So as I pop the front side like this, I'm gonna drive it forward so I can lock in. You wanna lock in, not dead center on that pocket, because you won't have any board feel to control it. You want a little bit right here at the edge of your board, but not out, because your shoe will actually grab the obstacle, the ledge, and you might catch it and fly, you know. It's kind of cooler if you have it right there, because your toe is in this pocket right here, which you kind of pull it back if you want to land regular, and you push your front foot forward, you know, throwing your left shoulder forward. Or if I want to and I'm sliding, I'm gonna push it a little more, or I lean my heel a little more back like this, and I'll pull my left shoulder back, and as I said, that front side, kind of grab my toes this way and to land fakie. So like I was saying, the hardest part of this trick of a tail slide is actually getting it in to the obstacle, the ledge that you're trying to slide. So as you pop it in, you want to lock it in right. Some people do this 5-0 and then shove it into tail slide. That's cool, but it's not really proper. So as you're in here, like I said, when you probably get the hang of getting in, your shoulder, whichever way you throw it, and your toe and your foot, whichever way, if you pull your toe this way and you push your foot this way, your left foot this way, and you throw your shoulder that way, you'll land regular easier. And then the opposite, you slide in, you kind of drive it back, kind of like fast kind, put more weight back in the heel for a quick second, and your front side foot, you're kind of like pulling it back, you throw your shoulder back, just so you can come out fakie. As I do this tail slide, I want you to watch how I pop on and throw my shoulders. And when my board is in, you watch my foot, how I pull it back so I can land fakie, as well as I throw the shoulders and the hip. I want you to see my shoulders cock, and as I pop, you'll see me throw my shoulders first, so that way I get the board in rotation quicker to get into that tail stall, tail slide position. You'll see my foot right here in this pocket, not out, but you'll see a little bit extra of the tail here, and you'll see my body either shift forward or shift back for fakie. Alright, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to learn how to slide, you're going to want to learn how 50-50, and just learn how to throw your shoulders in and if you're ready to do that stall picking left and right thing I said, you should learn how to come out. But as you fit 50, you can practice throwing it into a tail slide. It's like one of those forbidden tricks that only kids do, but it'll get you used to throwing that weight in and standing on that tail and gliding. You know, practice doing them so you're used to doing tail slide and you're used to coming out. Also, that works really well with getting a feel of the obstacle. If you're trying to learn how to like see how it feels, or how high the drop is, and or how it's going to feel when you come off, or how it's going to slide, you could also do that to get the feel of it. It's really more of a good practice trick to get the feel of learning how to jam your tail in and learning how to like use that force and your momentum to keep that tail going and sliding. That's one cool advice and kid kind of thing that you could do, but it helps you learn baby steps. Helps you learn how to control the slide and like the feel for the obstacle. If you could also salad, like just hold your 5-0 crooked, like salad way. Yeah, or susky grind, with whatever way. Yeah, so if you could susky grind like this, or salad, or 5-0 this way, it would help your tail slides easier eventually when you pop out the tail slide, you know? Just a little tip with that 5-0, if you could 5-0 a little more crooked, susky way, you could tail slide a little bit easier. It helps for that trick. All right, so I said you could 5-0, and if you got 5-0 front sides, those tricks are actually good to learn tail slides. It's almost a similar motion to tail slide fakie, and also like putting your weight down at the tail and holding it. If you could do those tricks, it'll help you be more comfortable with front side tail slides. Okay, as I did that fakie one, you saw me pull my shoulders back and my whole hips just followed through when I'm landing fakie. It might be actually easier to land fakie than land regular. When you're doing regular, I want you to watch as I pop, but I throw my shoulders first to get into the position as I'm into the ledge. I'm gonna stand on it, and when I'm ready, I'm gonna drive this toe forward, like back, and I'm gonna push this leg forward, as well as throw my weight forward. So watch me pop and then throw my shoulders first as I lock into that tail stall, so for it to slide perfect. Because if you get in wrong, you might not slide, you might stick and pitch forward, or you might just slip back if you get in on that one inside pocket like I was saying, where you have no control. It's good to be right here, and all you do is you pull this toe forward and back, and you push it. That's one of your shoulders pushing it forward. Let me do one to regular. Watch as I get into it. That's the hardest part. Being able to stand on your tail, on that tail stall, and learning how to like pop out regular, pop out fakie, it's actually one of the biggest advice that I can give you. Things you can do to improve your tail slide is actually learn how to be stalling in right and like holding it. As you tail stall, you can just learn how to stand on it. When you learn how to stand on it, you got it. Okay, for fakie, as I said, it's easier to land fakie when you're in it, because it's kind of like you're really slipping out. But you don't want that. You want to be able to know how to control it. So as I'm standing in, I'm just throwing it. So it should be easier. So if you do a front side 180s, it should just feel like that as you're just gliding on butter. Like, so let's do one. Watch my shoulders, how I pull it, and my toes and my foot, how I'm pulling it to land. fakie. Get in, throw it. So I hope that advice I gave you, that tail stall, learning how to tail pick on things helps, as well as that 50-50 tail slide in, as well as the shoulders, and also which way you're throwing your hip, your leg, and your shoulders for fakie and for regular. You're throwing your body and jumping forward or jumping a little back to land whatever fakie or regular. I think those are like the three main things that you should kind of have a good grasp for tail slide, front side tail slide. When you're ready for that and you've been doing it consistently, later on you can learn how to do it, like shove it out, big spins out. It's a really cool trick and it feels really good. You might get addicted to it. Also, it does really help if you're skating transition and you know how to do tail stalls a lot. Good practice right there. Or again, if you're not near any transition and you're in the streets, a little curb or the obstacle you're trying to tail slide, just keep picking at it, learning how to go at it in different directions, just so you can get used to it. Also, like I did say, when you do slide, you kind of want that base plate touching. If the ledge you're skating is like, able to touch. Sometimes there's curved ledges that you can't really lock in the base plate, and you just got to rely on the wheels and how slick it is. That's why sometimes having hard wheels is a little better for when you do slides. If you have soft wheels, it might grab more and you won't be able to slide, and that's where you'll need a hell of a lot of wax. I like wax myself, just as James Floyd loves wax as well. Wax saves lives, wax takes lives. Just so you know, I'm a wax guy, and I like wax ledges, and I like having that where I'm on it and it's slick. I don't have to worry about sticking and going crazy fast enough. But it's always good to ask around before you wax something, and or get the feel of the ledge you're trying to tail slide, frontside tail slide. See how slick it is. See which areas are patchy and kind of rough, and then you can wax your board first and the base plate. Those things help out a lot. So again, my name is Mark. I hope you enjoyed this frontside tail slide skate advice, and I hope you learned something from it. I hope it helped you. And if you have any more questions, leave it down in the comments. I answer every comment on this channel, regardless if this video is old. And if you want other trick tips, let me know down in the bottom. If I have them, you might see it at this top right here. This part of the video might have it. Maybe this part of the video might have it, of skate advice, my skate advice playlist. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Let me know in the comments what trick I should do next, if I could do it. And yeah, I'm glad to do these skate advice. We're back. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Peace, I'm out.